From underground army statues in perfect formation to mysterious stones placed in unique patterns, to ancient rock walls that impress engineers to this day, and the famous pyramids of Egypt, we look at the most mysterious archaeological artifacts ever found. Archaeological findings are always special because they throw archaeologists, scientists, and even the world into states of confusion or deep realization. This is because they are very mysterious. Today, we would look at the 10 most mysterious archaeological artifacts that have been found. The tales behind some of these artifacts are shrouded with even more mystery, and they are sure to excite you. So stay tuned, as you never know which one you'd like the most. Our list of mysterious archaeological artifacts contains sites and findings from all over the globe. We hope you enjoy this video. And what other amazing discoveries do you know about and would like to see us feature? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Derinkuyu, Turkey. We begin our adventure in Turkey with a story that dates back to the 1960s. When a regular citizen was conducting some house improvements, he pulled down a wall in his basement. He uncovered the entrance to an old, long-forgotten city, now known as Derinkuyu. This subterranean colony is quite massive. The ancient inhabitants of Turkey excavated an 18-story network of caves and tunnels through the volcanic rock to a depth of 250 feet at some point in the past. Nobody knows who constructed it, when it was built, or why they made it. The most widely held belief is that it was built by the ancient Phrygians. If this is the case, the Derinkuyu buildings must be approximately 3,000 years old. Although it had been forgotten by the modern period, it appears to have been unearthed and reburied multiple times, most recently by early Christians who utilized it as a safe haven from Roman armies. Today, half of the underground city is accessible and open to visitors. Have you visited this underground city? Let us know in the comments. Number 9. Qin Shi Huang's tomb. Our next artifact is quite popular. In 1974, a group of archaeologists in Xi'an, China, conducted an excavation that resulted in discovering the world's finest funerary art, the Terracotta Army. They discovered hundreds of clay warriors buried near Emperor Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum. He was China's first emperor. The clay warriors were buried with him to guard him against various forces after death. This old structure dates back around 2,200 years. Along with the statues, the archaeologists discovered several weaponry. They were precisely placed within several clay tunnels. Within the archaeological site, 4 primary pits can be found. 3 of the trenches are filled with terracotta troops and weapons, but the tomb is empty. Many elements of the compound and tomb of Qin Shi Huang have yet to be unearthed. Historians believe that the finely carved statues were designed to defend China's first emperor in the afterlife. What is unknown is where the emperor is buried or what valuables his burial chamber may contain. I wonder how this afterlife army is holding up. Number 8. The SACSAYHUAMAN walls. These great walls, located near the city of Cusco and more than 3,500 meters above the sea level, originally captivated the Spanish conquistadors. They were astounded to learn how these people, who according to them were illiterate and lacked the capacity to reason logically, could have created such miracles. They are, in reality, 3 concentric walls with an average length of 360 meters and a height of 6 meters. Composed of limestone stones weighing around 300 tons apiece. They didn't use mortar or any other form of cement to join the walls, but they are carved and set in such a way, packed so densely that even a sharp knife can't be squeezed between 2 blocks. Scientists have attempted to duplicate the tight joints of the SACSAYHUAMAN walls on a much smaller scale, but have failed. How do you think these walls were made? Tell us what you think in the comments. Number 7. Dropa stones. An expedition led by archaeologist Dr. Chi Pute into China's Bayan Karaula region revealed an astounding find in 1938. Nearby caverns still preserved signs of the ancient civilization that previously inhabited there. Hundreds more stone discs lie scattered around the cave's interior. buried behind thick layers of dust. The discs appeared to be nothing special at first, but they turned out to be frighteningly identical to phonograph records, with a circle cut into their centers and a visible spiral groove. They are thought to be over 10,000 years old, but as it turns out, the spiral is made up of microscopic hieroglyphs. When the discs were researched and translated, it was discovered that they relate the incredible account of spacecraft that crashed into the mountains, operated by people known as the Dropa. Sun Umnui, the Chinese researcher in charge of the Dropa stones, came to this conclusion. While his declaration first shocked the world, he was afterward derided by the majority of the scientific community, and he went into self-imposed exile in Japan. Russian researchers requested the discs for research purposes, and China provided a couple to Moscow. Do you think these discs are from outer space? Number 6. The NAZCA lines. The NAZCA lines are an extraordinary arrangement of white lines that may be observed while flying over the desert of southern Peru. It is a well-known UNESCO World Heritage Site in the nation. This intriguing ancient structure comprises trapezoids, rectangles, triangles, and spirals. Close inspection will also reveal 70 creatures, plant structures, and 300 geometrical forms. The meaning of these lines is yet uncertain. Archaeologists believe the NAZCA lines were built between 500 BC and 700 AD by NAZCA Indians. As a result, these old drawings have survived for almost 2,000 years. A vast number of individuals thought that these lines were drawn by aliens to guide them down the proper path. It's problematic thinking of how these lines were made, so what do you think made them? Number 5. Moai statues. The Easter Island Moai sculptures are among the most fascinating and enigmatic archaeological finds ever uncovered. These statues are the primary attraction on Easter Island, a less distant Chilean island. Moai sculptures were created by Rapa Nui's ancient inhabitants between 1300 and 1500 AD. There are a total of 288 Moai sculptures on the island, which are located on several large stone platforms. Moai sculptures may reach a height of 13 feet and weigh up to 80 tons. The Rapa Nui people carved these figures out of rocks from the island's dormant volcano. The D-shaped foundation of the Moai sculptures allows them to be moved side by side with the use of strong ropes. What do you think about the Moai statues? They look like a replica of Squidward's house. Number 4. The Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery is a series of roughly 12 items discovered in Iraq. These pot-like objects are thought to date from the Parthian and early Sasanian periods, 250 BC to 225 AD. According to pseudo-archaeology aficionados, the contraptions were actually galvanic cells used for electroplating gold onto other metal surfaces. Most professional archaeologists and historians, of course, disregard such sensational assertions. However, there are still competing opinions concerning the date of the items. Finally, to add to the controversy, Discovery Channel proved that these jars may have been used as batteries to electroplate at least tiny goods. If accepted, the Baghdad batteries would precede Volta's electrochemical cell by about 1,500 years. Number 3. Great Pyramids. Pyramids are the most magnificent ancient constructions ever seen on Earth. Despite the fact that several civilizations created pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids are unique. The Great Pyramid of Giza has traditionally been considered one of the ancient world's 7 marvels. Egyptians are said to have begun building pyramids around 2700 BC, primarily as tombs for preserving royal remains known as mummies. The Great Pyramid of Giza is Egypt's oldest and largest pyramid, at 481 feet tall. The building of a pyramid, which used millions of limestones, took about 20 years. The inside of the pyramids is brimming with priceless riches and mummified corpses. Beautiful paintings and carvings may also be seen on the walls of pyramids. It's hard to imagine how the pyramids were made. What's your theory? Number 2. The Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is said to be the first mechanical computer. It was discovered buried beneath 45 meters of water in a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera. and was used to calculate astronomical positions. It's about as intricate as an 18th century top-of-the-line clock, with a box with dials on the outside and an exceedingly complex assembly of gear wheels fitted inside. The device's intricacy has compelled specialists to recognize that their preconceived assumptions about ancient Greek engineering may be erroneous. From the moment it was constructed, nothing like it exists or is mentioned in any known source. This mechanism should not exist based on what we know. Given its incredible intricacy, it appears reasonable to infer that the Antikythera mechanism has numerous precursors, but none have been discovered, making it even more astounding. The intricacy and craftsmanship did not reappear in Europe until the 14th century, with the creation of mechanical astronomical clocks. So, how did the ancient Greeks develop such a complicated calculator in the absence of modern technology? Number 1. Stonehenge. It seems to reason that we will never know everything there is to know as a species. Despite the fact that contemporary technology is breaking new ground on a daily basis, there are certain riddles that we still don't know how to solve, and perhaps never will. Some of these mysteries are old constructions left behind by mankind thousands of years ago. Stonehenge is, of course, the most well-known of these. Stonehenge is a vast alignment of carved rock in Wiltshire County, England, that was built beginning around 3100 BC and continued for nearly another 1500 years. No one knows how Stonehenge was created, as no one knows how Egypt's ancient pyramids were erected. The stones are magnificent and a pleasure to behold. Have you ever seen Stonehenge? If you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here about mysterious underwater discoveries, as I'm sure you'll like it.